start today's topic. Aurangzeb moved southwards. Okay, this is considered as the most difficult time during the Aurangzeb rule, because in 1681 Aurangzeb started his main campaigns, okay, all over India. And it was believed that he never returned to Agra जब वो इस काम के लिए निकला to expand his empire, because I told you during his rule the Mughal empire was at its peak. Understand? So he never returned to Agra. In 1686 and 1687 respectively, he captured Bijapur and Golconda. Okay, these were the two Muslim states, and in 1686 and in 1687 he captured these two Muslim states. But the main battles were with the Hindu Marathas, okay, because they were like real enemy to Aurangzeb, okay, and they had their general. The general was also the King Shivaji. King Shivaji's strategy was that he occupied most of the ghats. Ghat is an Urdu word, okay, the low-lying areas in the mountains near a river valley. So they were considered as very fierce fighters as well. So what they did that these Marathas occupied some of the ghats in that region, and they were fierce fighters. Their huge fortresses were in the remote mountains, okay, and they were very difficult to capture. From these bases, these fortress from these mountainous areas, these Marathas sent out raiding expeditions for food and supplies. खुद वो उन mountains में पीछे fortress में रहते थे, और उनको जब कभी फूड और सप्लाईज चाहिए होते थे फॉर आर्मी, फॉर मिलिट्री, तो वो एक्सपीडिशंस भेजते थे इन द फॉर्म ऑफ गुरिल्ला अटैक, और आके वो चीज़ें लेके जाके दोबारा माउंटेन्स में उन फोर्ट्रेस में छुप जाते थे. एंड व्हाट शिवाजी डिड दैट ही एंगर्ड औरंगजेब twice, because Aurangzeb was the king. He angered him twice. How he angered him? That he attacked the Muslim port of Surat. Okay, twice he attacked this region, and later on he was defeated by Aurangzeb, the Mughal king, and then when he was captured, he was brought into the court. He was not treated as a king. Then he managed to escape that prison, and then that war continued. Okay. So this is how it happened, that he first captured some Muslim states, then he faced problems from the Hindu Marathas, especially from King Shivaji, and he captured him, but he managed to escape, and that continued the long and that bitter war. What happened here, that Muslim armies were good in the pitched battles, because pitched battles, I told you earlier, वो होती हैं जब आप एक बैटल फील्ड के अंदर दो फोर्सेस आपस में लड़ती हैं, वो pitched battles होती हैं, क्योंकि they were Muslims were large in number, huge army, so they were good at pitched battles. But they lost everything what they gained from the pitched battles in guerrilla attacks by the Marathas. Okay, वो जो भी pitched battle में जीतते थे उसको वो लॉस कर देते थे, खो देते थे in guerrilla attacks by Marathas. What actually happened, that Muslims occupied one fortress, they leave that fortress, move to occupy the next one, तो वो जो पहला fortress होता था मराठा उसको regain कर देते थे. Okay, this is how they tackle with the situation. And Aurangzeb came to the region. He conducted wars under his supervision, and these wars were considered very expensive in terms of money and men both. How money? Because treasury was empty. You spend more and more money on the weapon, treasury खाली होता जाता है. Okay, but and as well as in terms of men, best officers were killed. इतनी wars करेंगे तो soldiers मरेंगे, best officers मरेंगे, और जो पीछे बच जाएंगे they were not that much good at wars. Okay, so this war was very long, kind of very indecisive, because Marathas were although contained by Aurangzeb, but they were never defeated by Aurangzeb. उनको होल्ड पे रखा, रोक के रखा औरंगज़ेब ने, किंगडम पूरी को ऑक्युपाई नहीं करने दिया, but in a manner they were never defeated by him. Aurangzeb during this time conquered almost the whole of southern India, and it was believed that Mughal Empire was at its peak in 1691. Aurangzeb साउथ के अंदर इतनी वॉर्स करता रहा, स्पेशली विद द मराठास, कि उसकी ट्रायरी एम्प्टी होगी, उसके बेस्ट ऑफिसर्स मारे गए सारे इशू के अंदर, बट उसका जो एम्पायर था वो काफ़ी एक्सपेंड हो गया. एंड यू कैन सी इन दिस मैप, दिस इज़ द मुगल एम्पायर at its peak in 1691 during the rule of Aurangzeb. Well, student, now about the death of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was worn out because of the wars, because he fought long wars with Marathas, especially in the south of India. Okay, during this time he was ill and off age. He was old as well because he fell ill in the 90th year. एज बहुत हो गई थी औरंगज़ेब की. सो ही थॉट he retired in Ahmednagar. He died after 2 years in that place, and at that time his sons were also old. 60 plus में उसके sons थे उस time पे. Trairy was also empty because he spent most of the money in the wars. His army was exhausted, fighting all the time. So his empire started to कलैप्स. ये वो टाइम है जहाँ से मुग़ल एम्पायर डाउनफॉल की तरफ जाएगी, कलैप्स की तरफ जाएगी आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ औरंगज़ेब. दिस इज़ हाउ औरंगज़ेब डाइड.